Hey, guess what? South Africa is suing Israel over the genocide they're committing in Palestine in the International Court. Is that what that stands for? ICG?
Uh-huh.
So Israel promises to fight South African genocide accusation. How are they going to fight that? Are they going to call them to be fired from their university jobs for plagiarism? So when a former apartheid state like South Africa wants to stop you from committing a genocide, you're committing a genocide. That's like Alec Baldwin telling you better stop drinking. Okay. Israel will appear before the International Court of Justice. That's what it stands for, International Court of Justice in The Hague, to contest South Africa's accusation that it is committing genocide against Palestinians in its war with Hamas, an Israeli government spokesperson says. Really? I'm impressed that they would even show up to that.
Yeah, like,
because the United States wouldn't. We know the United States actually passed the Hague Invasion Act. You know what that is? It says that we will invade the Hague if they charge us with the crimes we've committed.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, George W. was one of his great contributions because there was some worries we might. Remember, they're going to bring Putin up for war crimes? How? We don't belong to that court.
That's
or
right.
him or Ukraine.
That's right.
That's a cute little criminal court you got there.
It's just for
try to bring some charges. You see what happens to
It's
you.
only for black people. If you look at the lot of who's been there, I think Putin's the first white man ever to be indicted.
Oh, really?
Look it up. It's for Africans.
South Africa launched the case against Israel on Friday, saying the magnitude of death, destruction, and the extent of the humanitarian crisis in the Gaza Strip meets the threshold of the 1948 Genocide Convention under international law. South Africa also asked the court to order Israel to stop its attacks on Gaza. Boy, I bet you Israel regrets giving South Africa nukes that one time. Wow.
So you know why the Armenian genocide is not recognized as a genocide?
Why?
Because Abe Foxman from the ADL, he's not the current guy, but Abe Foxman, a whole bunch of is like ADL, some other lobbies didn't want it recognized as such because they thought it would take away from the original and still the best
Holocaust.
I swear to God, that's 100%
no
true.
sequels.
Yeah, no sequels. So all that, I'm so stupid. I didn't understand never again meant like just us.
Just us.
I thought it meant these things should never happen.
No.
I'm silly.
So a spokesperson for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Tuesday accused South Africa of giving political and legal cover to the October 7th Hamas attacks on Israel, which triggered the 3-month-long war. The state of Israel will appear before the International Court of Justice at The Hague to dispel South Africa's absurd blood libel.
Whoa.
So now add blood libel to the list of words that don't mean anything, like woman.
Yeah.
And
vaccine.
Vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Democracy.
For decades, South Africa has backed the Palestinian cause for statehood. It has likened the treatment of Palestinians to those of black majority in South Africa during the apartheid era, a comparison that Israel vehemently denies. Wow. That is ridiculous because that's a crazy comparison because Israel's system is way worse than South Africa's.
Plenty of people part of apartheid will tell you that.
Way worse. Clayson Manela, a spokesperson for South Africa's Department of International Relations and Cooperation, he said in a post on Twitter that lawyers representing South Africa were preparing for a hearing scheduled for January 11th and 12th. The announcement comes as fierce fighting continues in southern Gaza, with Israeli forces bombarding the city of Khan Yunis from the air and the ground. Okay. Blood libel has lost all its meaning thanks to you genocidal gaslighters. I would have to agree. Let's see. Turkey has officially backed Africa's case at the International Court of Justice, which rightly accuses the Israeli enemy of genocide.
Wow.
Blood libel is the thing about making your matzah with Christian blood, right? That
was that was the original. They got it wrong though. It's actually the stuffing at Thanksgiving. We did a whole video about it.
What?
Yeah, no. Me and Keaton.
Wait. As a joke, or you're telling me something?
No, we had to get Christian blood to make the stuffing.
So is that what's in stovetop? Because I love that. I love Christian blood?
That's what. Well, no, this is the Trader Joe's version.
Oh,
but if you read the side of the box, it tells you Christian blood.
Oh, look at this fucking gorgeous.
Get this. Netanyahu reportedly wants lawyer Alan Dershowitz to represent Israel at the upcoming hearing at The Hague. You know, I was going to say that ironically as a punchline. I was going to say that they should hire him as a punchline. I didn't know you were going to actually use Jeffrey Epstein's close buddy Alan Dershowitz as Bibi's representatives. You guys they're not only stealing land, they're stealing my jokes.
Yeah. Have you read, look at this book. Have you read The Holy Bibi? I mean,
aha. Boy, could he get more wrinkles?
Oh man, who were the lucky girls that got to look at that? That
kidding, huh?
Sack of hunk.
I've read South Africa. Owen Jones says, I've read South Africa's case alleging genocide against Israel. It's one of the most shocking things I've ever read. It feels like you're reading a gruesome historical document about how a genocide was allowed to happen, and then you realize that this is now.
Oh.
Even if you think you've been following Israel's war crimes in close detail, this loyally, profoundly evidenced file is shocking. From the violent slaughter of civilians to the use of hunger and disease as weapons of war, the gravity of the crime spelled out is overwhelming.
Oh, good thing he supported deplatforming, right, Owen? Dipshit.
Did he?
Yes. I mean, I agree with everything he's saying there. But again, another one of these fucking The Guardian, we can't platform platform, and you're far right. Well, guess what, moron? Now you're gonna get fucked.
Well, that's what's been so strange about the sides people have taken since this erupted, because you're seeing a lot of shit libs who are shockingly taking the right position, and then you're taking people who have been claiming to be these free speech
you mean the people
fighters
with the money
for
that
justice
supported
taking
this?
the other side.
Oh, that's
the
right.
People with the money supported this. So back when BLM said, we're with Palestine, whatever, they all politely ignored it. Bill Ackman, that scumbag, he's like, I just realized DEI is bad because Jews aren't included. That's the only reason. He's been doing some research and found out that DEI is actually a pile of shit. This billionaire just figured that out. Now, he figured out Jews are considered white people, and now like, oh, enough of this anti-white. That's what happened. Hamas killed woke. That was the first casualty.
Yeah. Come see us do a live stand-up show. We'll be in Venice, California, Palmdale, California, Omaha, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Boston, Massachusetts, and we're going to Europe. Do you live in Europe? We're going to be there. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.